Well, hey folks, Grand Tundra version 2 from Avios, second time in the air. We're just going to take it up and have some fun with it. Already got her trimmed out from the maiden. Now I just want to let her loose and have some fun. But sun is blazingly bright from the east there because it's the morning. So we're going to try to do most of our flying over here. So, all right, got the shotgun mic, got Precious on the camera. Let's go. Second flight ever. Go ahead and get on out there in the grass. It's already filthy dirty from the maiden. I mean, it is a bush plane after all. All right, we're going to do just normal takeoff flaps. Plain blue sky. So no clouds to go against. Very little input needed for elevator, for inverted. Love that green, that bright green. That looks so good.
Time remaining 7 minutes.
Let's see if we can't do some coordinated flat turns here. I mean, you don't have to go crazy the whole time. All right. Like that. Plane will more than do it. Slows right down. Them vortex generators, they really give you a lot of stability in slow flight. You can really hear them working. All right, let's see if we can't get a good landing on the runway. You miss it anyways?
It was blurry anyway.
It was blurry anyways?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got no clouds, so we got no clouds. And when there's no clouds, it's hard for the camera to stay focused. There we go. Have a little bit of a north breeze. So if I want to do a tail slide, I need to go face into the wind. That's more of a stall turn than anything else. A bit of a knife edge here. Man, what a great flying plane. It's so simple, stable, fun, looks great. It looks great. This is the second time I've ever flown this thing. First time was about 20 minutes ago. And when I say it's the first time, folks, I mean it. I've never had it in the air. This is the second time I've ever had this plane in the air before. Whoa. Well, there's a good test of gear. There you go, good test of gear right there. Walk the dog a little bit. A little bit of a tail slide.
Time remaining 5 minutes.
Man, what a good flying plane. Very predictable. Love the color. I just can't get over how good that green looks. Tell you what, on 6S, this thing's got tons of power. A little tappy and go. Leaving my flaps down.
Time remaining. Flaps up.
I'm running a 4000 6S Sokokin in there right now. Second battery ever through the plane. A little bit of a knife edge. I like to have a little more rudder authority with it. I'm going to have to go in there and mechanically get myself a little more rudder authority. Tapped one wheel there. Holy crap, what a great flying plane. Man, man, this is so well designed.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
Listen. Look how she slows down. Even out of that controlled dive. Let's take her up again. That sounds so cool. Sticks the outside up. All right. Do the same thing again. We'll do sticks the inside. Do the snap roll. Like I said, folks, we're testing here, seeing what the plane can do. And I'll tell you right now, I am very, very impressed. Out of the power now, we'll do a dead stick landing. All right, that was a dead stick landing, no power. Look at the water coming off of that thing. Walk the dog a little bit. Very easy plane to fly in close by. folks, we're going to have to call it quits. I'm breaking my poor camera lady's back here. Do a quick touch and go.
Landing flaps.
Avios, Hobby King. I'm very impressed with your plane here.
Flaps up.
I'm going to cheat. We're going to do this landing in the grass.
Landing flaps.
Oh, and folks, don't forget.
Cruise mode. Flaps up. Motor is so nice. Not gonna hurt you.
All right. She dirty. Very dirty. All right, we have 23 seconds left on a 7.5 minute timer. Okay. Throttle cut is on. Very impressed with this plane. Avios, you've done a great job with it. All right, motor is a little warm. ESC is hot, but I can leave my fingers on it. Motor or battery's hot, but I can leave my hand on it. Okay, 25% left. I never had the Grand Tundra, the first one, but I'm very impressed with this one. Real quick, I'm going to have to give it a bath. I'll get a little closer here. Look at them wings. And look at the underside of it. It's dirty. It's very, very dirty. Well, folks, we'll go over the man cave after get cleaned up. We'll go over in the man cave. We'll go over all the rates, CG, everything I flew in. We'll see you back there. God bless y'all. Don't forget, faith, family, and friends, and then Grand Tundras. See you later. All right, hey folks, this is Fat Guy Flies. Our Sea Boy. I tell you what. We had a lot of fun flying the Grand Tundra here. Avios Hobby King, this Grand Tundra version 2 is absolutely fabulous. I never flew the first one, but this one here is absolutely, just blows me away. The only concerns I had with it was that I was afraid that the rubber bands configuration wouldn't be strong enough to keep up with the demands of landing and bouncing and everything. Well, they did just fine. And if you do the double wrap them and then fish them back through, like I showed you the unbox and build, and also the tail wheel, the springs are a little loose in my opinion, so she'll ground loop on you, but it's not that bad. It's very, very manageable, and ground looping is very much a situation that you're going to have with a tail dragger like this. But other than that, those really aren't bad things. They're just indicative of this type of a plane, and the rubber band thing is how they're using it, and it worked fine. So it was a concern, but it was fine. Well, anyways, let's go over our rates that I flew in. Did this for all the flights. This video covers everything. Show you my actual rates. Okay. All right. Now the ailerons, high rates, 100% throws with 30% expo. Okay. Elevator, 100%, 30% expo. And rudder, 100%, but with 40% expo. I would like to see a little more rudder authority, and I may go in there and mechanically move the control rod to the innermost hole on the rudder in order to get just a tad bit more throw to help with knife edges and things. My AS3X rates that I flew in, gains were at one-time gains. The AS3X Plus, I got an AR631 installed back here in the radio compartment. Roll, pitch, and yaw, 40, 50, and 60. Priorities, roll, pitch, and yaw, 140. Nothing with heading, nothing with stop lock. I left it at the 35 of roll, pitch, and yaw, and I didn't do anything with the release rate. And gain sensitivity is at one-time gains. Obviously, I don't have a nose wheel gyro working. Flap settings work perfectly. These are the flap settings that I picked, okay, that I made myself, and they work great. 100%, negative 100% for flaps up, for takeoff
flaps.
0% with a 10% down elevator mix, and then for landing 100% with a 25% down elevator mix with a 2-second deployment. If you watch that elevator,
Takeoff flaps.
You'll see it
Flaps up.
slightly move
Takeoff flaps.
as I go from takeoff
Landing flaps.
down to landing.
Flaps
And
up.
those settings seem to work absolutely perfectly. And I picked them. So what I say as far as the 10% down for takeoff and 25% down for landing. CG, and set your timer for 7.5 to 8 minutes. Fly the way you want on a larger, like 4,000 to 5,000 6S that you'll have to move all the way back, and then you can get 8.5 minutes of flying easy, and come back with 20-30% left on your battery, no problem at all. All right, CG, throttle cut is on for in here. This big prop cut your hand off. All right, CG on the plane is 75 to 80 millimeters back from the leading edge root, which puts it basically, I got some glue marks there and somewhere, and that puts it still kind of wanting to favor nose heavy, and I've got my fingers right between those two marks. If I put on the other forward 75, she's pretty well level right between the two marks. She wants to kind of favor nose heavy. So really, it says in the description you can put a 5,000 in it, but I think that's a bit much. You're going to lose. It's going to be just too heavy, too piggish, but you're going to have 8 minutes of flying. So it's entirely up to you. But this big of a plane can definitely handle the heavier weight. But in order to get that CG, like I just showed you, you got to put it in the battery tray, which is a really cool mechanism, by the way, and push it all the way back. And so if you're going to go with a 4,000 or a 4S setup, then you'll have to buy the additional prop, the optional prop, which is a little bit longer of a prop. And you'll pull the battery a little further forward. Now that brings me to an interesting point about this battery tray. It's a simple push button design. As you push down on this button, pull out this, which is fortuitous, an anchor shaped plug, okay, and then you pull your battery, the whole battery tray forward, and then unplug it. XT90 connector. This is the bolt. This is what I did all my testing with, or most of them. This is their bolt battery that they sent me. It doesn't come with your plane, but it sent me to test. And this is a 4.5 6S, and I've got it all the way back. Okay. But the interesting thing about this tray is on the tway, got my Velcro all re-wad here. You've got these marks, which is a nice touch, okay? And just so happens, you see that between that 4 and that 5? Well, 4,500 is where I made that mark, and it goes back perfectly, and that's where that CG, perfect for this plane. And so, therefore, if you were having a 4004S, you could put it here, check your CG, and then make a little hash mark, and you could remember where it goes. So that's a nice little touch that you're not going to see in the advertisement of the plane. It's just something you discover whenever you get it, and put that all the way back like that. Now, don't lose this little anchor because it actually looks like an anchor. You plug it in, twist it, you press down on it, let spring, press, twist, and you anchor it down. So, kind of fortuitous that looks like an anchor. An anchor. An angry anchor. Well, this battery tray, you just put it down those little teeth grooves, get it in position. Kind of have to play with it sometimes because you can't see back there. Of course, now I'm on camera. Okay, there it goes. Push it down, take your anchor, push the anchor in down, press and turn. Grab your XT90 connector. Oh, and these are the low, on the battery here is a low spark style. Comes with that battery. So, there you go. Folks, I'm going to tell you something. On the 6S battery, I can't speak for it on the 4S because I didn't try it on 4S. But on 6S, this thing has a much better than a 1-for-1 thrust ratio. Vertical, it'll get out of your sight before it gives out on power. It just keeps going and going and going. And landing, you put this thing into the wind and you put them flaps down, you can bring this thing and let it set down like a feather, as you'll see in the videos. And there are, and now if you come down on a hard surface, you can get a little bit of bounce, but this gear, it more than handles, and that's with the battery in it. It more than handles it. And folks, I want to tell you something. This thing is an absolute blast to fly. It is so much fun. Like I said, just be aware that these rubber bands, you got to put them around there twice and double wrap them. And you may ground loop if you're not careful because that's the nature of a tail dragger. But those really aren't drawbacks. It's just stuff that you need to be aware of. The lights look good. Now the plane does come, as I explained in the unboxing build, it comes with a light controller. Okay, and you have thrust reversing. So if you want to control, and it's just these front lights here, you can turn these on with a switch, and thrust reversing you can put on a switch. So that means technically you would need 7 channels to get everything, all the functionality out of this plane. I chose to wire all the lights together and put them in my bind port because they only need power, they don't need signal. And I put my, my thrust reversing signal, which is that little yellow pigtail that comes off the throttle cable, and I put that in my channel 5, which is my normal gear channel, and I put it on my interrupter switch or my bind switch. That way I could, when I press down, braking, I release normal forward thrust. So just be aware of that. That's something else that you don't see it until you get it, and you realize, oh, how come the lights aren't working? Well, you got to plug these in and put them on a switch. So what you could do is mix them to come on, if you're going to use them that way, mix these lights to come on when you put your landing flap in, which would be kind of cool. So, alrighty, well folks, thank you so much for watching. This is the Avios Grand Tundra Hobby King Avios. Y'all have got a real winner here. This thing is absolutely fab. This green, and that's the other thing, this green is high vis. Man, you can see this like a mile away. It's so bright, it's almost neon bright. Actually, it is neon bright. And so visibility is not a problem at all, not at all. So there you go. I can't come up with anything bad to say about the plane. I have no idea how much it's going to cost because I've done these videos before the release. And it's got the ability to do a tow cable. You put your receiver back here. Just a beautiful plane. Flies great. It flies as good as it looks, and it looks awesome. Well, folks, thank you so much for watching. God bless y'all. This is Fat Guy Flies RC coming to you from the Man Cave Studios, and this is the all-new Avios Grand Tundra 2. And it is a beast. A wonderful, wonderful, fun to fly beast. See y'all later. Bye-bye.